And the rest of you, I am not able to see all, but welcome to the call. Today, Administrator, the subject of today's discussion, what is our biggest weakness? Today's discussion, what is our biggest weakness? Let me see who's the champion for today. Who's going to come out and tell me what is our biggest weakness? So I'm waiting for you to start telling me what is your biggest weakness. Come on.
Hi, Shivoham.
Shivoham.
How are you, dear?
I am amazing. How are you? Tell me, what is your biggest weakness?
My bigger weakness.
Our or your, whatever you would like to say.
I think it's my sensibility and my, I don't know how to say, but I'm overtaking often and I'm so worried often, but not really often, but sometimes.
So you are worrying, sometimes you are worrying, your stress, your weakness is that, your biggest worry is that, correct?
I think so.
Everybody has a weakness. Sometimes people think my weakness is coffee, but no.
No, it's mine.
I can stop drinking coffee if I have to say no coffee. So no coffee. It's not that you have to have coffee, right? You can have tea. So, so my point is, what is our biggest weakness? We should know on the spiritual journey, what is our biggest weakness? Each one of us should know weakness number 1, weakness number 2, weakness number 3, weakness number 4, weakness number 5. What are our weaknesses? So who will tell me what is our, then we will see together as a group, what is our weakness?
I have another.
Yes.
My list is not finished.
What?
My list is not finished. I am
not finished. Okay, go ahead. So what is the first one you said?
The first, my sensibility.
Sensibility. That means your mind. That means your biggest weakness is your mind.
I'm so emotional. It's one of my first problems.
You are not the only one. Many people are like that. They don't tell, that's all. Many people are slave of the mind. The mind comes and the mind makes us emotional.
Yeah.
There is one, we can be emotional or we can be intellectual. But most of the time we are emotional. You ask Ru Mataji will tell, Are dil se nahi dimag se kaam karo. You know what it means, bliss? It means don't be carried away by the heart. Use your head. Many of us we are carried away by the heart. Heart means not real heart. It is just feelings and thoughts. Okay. So
and sometimes I forget. I forgive, man, not forget. It's not bad.
Okay. So you let other people give their weakness and then you come back again. Who else is going to come forward and say, what is our biggest weakness? Come on. What is our biggest weakness?
I think pondering the things.
Pondering.
आज नहीं कल करते हैं, कल नहीं परसों करते हैं.
Procrastination.
Whatever you say. अभी टाइम है, कल कर लेंगे. अगर आज मिस हो गया तो कल कर लेंगे. Meditation.
That is called procrastination.
So whatever you say. What I am saying is that pondering the things. We ponder the things for the tomorrow. Or
you postpone. You're right. What you're saying is okay. So let us thank you. Vivek, what do you think? Vivek, what is our biggest weakness, Vivek?
Shivam ji.
Shivam, Vivek.
Laziness हमारी सबसे बड़ी weakness.
वो मैं मानता हूँ. You know, Vivek, I am working from 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know from how long? Can you guess?
25 years.
From last 40 years.
50.
When I was not even 16 years old. I am
Yes.
18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I love what I do. I love what I do. Not from today. From I was probably 14 years, but maybe 16 for sure. From 16 years now, 40 years of my life. I don't know the meaning of Saturday, Sunday, holiday. I don't know the meaning. Every day is holiday for me. Every day is exciting. Every day. Why people can't make like that, I don't understand. Many people, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, now weekend, I want to take it easy. No, you enjoy every day. Every day should be a celebration. Laziness आएगा नहीं.
यही तो दिक्कत है जी, क्या कहते किसी चीज में इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता, कुछ करने में मन नहीं करता.
क्यों नहीं आता है विवेक? बिकॉज हम जीवन का मतलब नहीं समझते. जीवन क्या है कोई न जाने, सब समझते हम ये जाने. हम समझते नहीं जीवन क्या है, फिर कैसे इंटरेस्ट आएगा जीवन में?
ये अभी तक यही दिक्कत है.
I started my life actually at the age of 8. 8 साल का था जब मेरा पहला गुरु आया. I don't know whether you all know my first guru. My first guru came into my life when I was 8 years old. You all know who was the first guru of my life? You know, Rumata ji. Huh?
Your grandfather.
My grandfather. My grandfather was my first guru. My grandfather was bedridden. He had polio. And when from 8 years onwards, he started building faith in my life. When I was 12 years on, he used to fall off on the ground middle of the night. I used to lift him and put him on the bed. When I was 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, I used to take care of him like a baby. This is good karma, I think, that could give me the opportunity. Okay, but back to Rumata ji, bataiye, what is our biggest weakness? Rumata ji, welcome back to India.
First thing I want to tell, in America, I enjoyed your sessions in the morning. Early morning, I started the day with your ask here. Now back
now
to
you will end.
Guruji, I feel our biggest weakness is that we are not able to realize our mistakes and not accept them.
And we repeat the same mistake again and again and
Yes,
again and again.
If we
and
accept, then we can improve. But we don't realize, we don't accept. So we remain where we are.
But you know, many people have this problem of repeating mistake, but there's an easy solution. There's a very easy solution. We have to find that solution. What is that solution? देखते हैं, रूमाता जी देखते हैं. योगिनी बताओ, योगिनी क्या, what is our biggest weakness, योगिनी?
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
False expectation appearing real, that is fear, which doesn't allow us to live in the now.
Very good. Very good explanation. Fear can paralyze us. Sometimes fear stops us from using the buddhi. Fear, we have a lot of fear. This happens, that happens. Lot of fear is a big problem. I want to get everybody's opinion. Ashok Nichani, I'm getting so many names coming, so one by one. Ashok, Abhinav, Rekha, Shunya. Ashok Nichani, bolo.
Shivam Sarji.
Shivoham.
Sarji, the biggest weakness is that we are using only the mind instead of the consciousness. Secondly, we are searching for happiness outside rather than inside.
So first weakness according to you is that we are mind driven, not consciousness driven. And second, we are chasing happiness. Both are weaknesses. Both are right. Both are right points. Both are very right points. Both are good points. Okay, Abhinav, what is our biggest weakness? Shivam, sir.
Guruji, we are the slaves of our mind. That is the weakness.
But what is the cause of that weakness?
We
If
never
you know the cause of that weakness, then you will not have that weakness. What is our biggest weakness? We are slaves.
we continuously can't remain in consciousness.
All your answers are correct. Let me tell you, I don't have any doubt about your answers. Rekha Parvani, Shunya, Bliko. Yes, Rekha.
Shivoham, AiR.
Shivoham.
Our biggest problem is we don't live, we don't surrender and accept. We take everything in our hands. We don't surrender and accept to sip. We think we do everything.
Who are finishing hands are not going down. So we don't surrender, we don't accept. Okay. Again, a weakness. Admit all these are weaknesses. No doubt. Who else? Shunya. Shunya, then Rajesh, Bliko, Rohit. Yes, Shunya.
The lack of consideration for others, which comes from the sense of controlling everyone. We want everyone.
Okay, so that is called ego. That is called in spiritual terms. That's called ego.
Part of ego. We want everyone else in this world to be like us, because then it will make our life easier to move around in this life.
Why should we want But why should we want everybody to be like us?
Because it will make our life easy, no? Everything is according to us. It will make our life easy.
Panch ungliyan same nahi hai. Panch ungliyan same. Nobody can be same like us.
Exactly. यही हम नहीं समझते. हम नहीं समझते. हम इस चीज को consider नहीं करते हैं. ये हमारी weakness है.
Okay, good. I think when you get into the spiritual path, then you move forward on this path, because you see the divine in one and all.
A lot of people still don't realize it, sir.
Okay, good. Rohit, another weakness. Rohit, batao, what is the biggest weakness?
Yeah, so Shivam Guruji, so biggest weakness is that we the understanding of non-duality is still not concrete.
Very good. This is a good weakness. See, we are on a spiritual path, so the weaknesses have to be higher, more evolved. There are weaknesses of common man. Weaknesses are so much. Koi bolta hai my weakness is sharab. Koi bolta hai my weakness is I'm a foodie. These are ordinary weaknesses. On the spiritual path, slave of the mind, not being able to be in consciousness, not understanding that non-duality is a mistake, means being able to attain that state of non-duality. We are in a state of duality. So what is the biggest weakness? Today I'm happy. So many good answers. We have Rajesh, Bliko, Girish. Rajesh, bolo Rajesh. What is our biggest weakness?
Sir, I would tell that कि बड़ी कमाल की बात एक इंसान ने बताई. खरीदने गया था अमरूद.
हाँ, खरीदने गया था
अमरूद. पूछा मीठे हैं.
हाँ.
और फिर बोला नमक लगा के दे दो. We are not sure of ourselves only.
Rajesh's shairis are the only thing that is better than AiR, no? Rajesh's shairis, like I look forward. जाने गए थे खरीदने अमरूद, फिर पूछा मीठा है, फिर हाँ बोला, फिर बोला नमक डाल के.
We don't believe ourselves only. The doubt itself is the biggest enemy of ours.
Oh my God, यही तो है ना जिंदगी में. जो हमारा हाथ आता है उसे हम वैल्यू नहीं करते हैं, और जो बकवास है उस चीज के पीछे हम भागते हैं. लेकिन जो हमारे हाथ में आता है, जो ट्रेजर है हमारे हाथ में, वो हम छोड़ देते हैं. We have got the biggest treasure. We don't value that treasure. But nice. I like your shairis are. I mean, one of the things. I don't know how other people like. I don't know, but I like it. For me, I look forward. अगर राजेश बोलता है तो I look forward. राजेश का आज शायरी क्या होने वाला. So and I capture. Normally, AiR will capture in Hindi, and then we have a list of Rajesh's quotes. Okay, Bliko, batao. Bliko, what is our weakness?
Shivoham.
Shivoham, sir.
Yeah, so it is very clear that mind is playing biggest role, and mind is illusory create ego, and this ego is dragging us into negative things, and the thoughts of all. Our inability to control the negative thoughts bombarded by mind and carrying over by by it and realizing afterwards that it was a mistake. That is a biggest, weakness. In the sense that we know the knowledge has to crystallize and become realization. That part is missing, and that missing link activates mind and drags us from the path. That is a biggest issue in my view.
If I understand your point a little more deeply, our biggest issue is remaining in the ignorance of the mind.
Correct.
Remaining, and although we know the mind is causing the ignorance, not having the courage and the conviction to go beyond it.
Correct.
See, look at it. What Blico is saying is very deep. Huh? We know. हम जानते हैं ग्रह बहुत क्या. We know the situation. कि हमारा मन जो है, मन सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन. जानते हैं. फिर भी मन दुश्मन है. फिर भी हम मन के हाथों अपनी जिंदगी दे देते हैं. We know that the mind is the rascal, the mind is a monkey, and still we let the monkey make us a donkey. Therefore, the solution is enlightenment. Let me ask Girish, what is Girish? Thank you, Bliko. Girish, what is our biggest weakness?
We experience Maya, but forget the divine.
So
it is the biggest weakness. We think Maya is independent, but to whom it belongs, we forget and sink in the world.
So it's a very advanced, highest level of answer you have given. So what I should tell everybody? What is your answer in simple words? What is our
Prabhu ko har pal yaad karo.
Girish has stolen the answer, because this is exactly what my guru told me when I asked my Guruji, Dadaji, what is our biggest weakness? You know what Dadaji said? Our biggest weakness is forgetfulness. I have told you all on this call 10 times, and Girish remembers the answer correctly because Girish is in consciousness. Everybody gave good answers. Everybody gave very good answers. But Girish caught the answer of my master. My dear friends, if we overcome the weakness of forgetfulness, we will be in a state of consciousness. We will overcome the mind. We will not be slave of the mind. We will overtake all that laziness. We will overtake all the issues. You know, our biggest problem is what? We forget. Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. How many times I've told you? Dada said, Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. Sip, 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 sip. Sip should be on the lip. When sip is on the lip, then you cannot slip. When sip is on the lip, then you cannot slip, because consciousness you will grip. But sip must be on your lip. Kahin dur pe tum to nahi ho, dil ke andar ho, tum mere paas ho, sab kuch mere ho. तू मेरी रूह है, तू मेरी जान हो, तू मेरा सब कुछ, तुम ही तो सब कुछ, तुम बिन कुछ नहीं हो. You must realize that everything is sip, and sip is not far away. That's why I told you all the idea of being in yoga. Dhyana yoga, bhakti yoga, Karma yoga, Jnana yoga. Then I got stuck. Rest of the time, what to do? I discovered Prema yoga. When you discover Prema yoga, Ru Mataji always gets confused. And she always asks me, the last Patani Ru Mataji was there for the last call or not. Prema yoga is of two types. Actually, it can be of many types, but two major types. One is when you see the beloved as the divine. This is the highest form of Prema Yoga. 2, Har Insan mein Bhagwan. And 3, Kan Kan mein Bhagwan. Kana kana mein Bhagwan. If you are able to reach this state, then there is no, then you know what happens? Mere dil mein bas ek tum hi ho. My dear friends, if you reach that state of all the time, Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. Today in Finland, I was feeding Prabhu with bread. Kaise I was feeding Prabhu with bread? There were so many birds. So many birds. Small sparrows and big Finnish birds, black and white long-tailed birds. Very beautiful birds. And I was feeding them bread. But I did not see the bird. I saw the divine. When there is love for the beloved, the love is for the divine. The love is for the goddess in the beloved. When we see insan, we don't look at the skin. You look at the divine that is within. Then you're all the time in the hands of Prabhu, Prabhu, Prabhu. There can be no weakness, my friends. Please now question me. If this is a state, tell me what weakness can appear. There is no ego. There is no mind. There is no passion. There is no desire. There is no disappointment. Nothing. Everything is Prabhu. You are in that state of Ye Leela hai Maya kuch bhi sach to na. You are in a state of Tattvamasi. You realize that you are divine. Huh? Can we realize we are divine? We are unable to do it. Why are we unable to do? Why are we unable to realize we are divine? Why? Because we are not clinging to the divine. We must cling to SIP. We must cling. Cling means cling. I try to cling to SIP I try to cling to the divine all the time. All the time. I try to love the divine. I try to love the divine. Every moment I try to love the divine. Then what happens? Then sometimes when you're trying to love the Bhagwan, then the shaitan comes. Then what do you do when the shaitan comes? You ignore the shaitan. You ignore the shaitan and you wait for darshan of the Bhagwan. You ignore the shaitan. The shaitan coming is a test. What Bliss said, we get disappointed, we get hurt. Bliss was telling yesterday, she said, I got so hurt. Somebody is so dear, they promised to come, they don't even call, they don't even send a message. This Bliss, my dear Bliss, this is a test. This is a test of the divine. If you are able to see the divine, forgiveness all the time, even before it is asked, even if it is not deserving, even if the forgiveness is not deserving, you will forgive. Because there's non-duality. Can we do it? This is, that's why in that one bhajan, I don't know whether you all know this bhajan or not, Girish, who has remembered that, it says, Mere chit mein aur khayal mein tum bas tum hi ho, saans jo leta main, har saans tum hi ho, tu dil ki dhadkan, tu meri jaan ho, tum ho to main hu, tum bin nahi hu, tum bin nahi hu. Can we reach that state? Can we reach that state of being in the divine, with the divine, as the divine, all the time? Tell me, I am challenging you. I am challenging all of you on the call today. Tell me, if you are in this mode, what weakness can still trouble us? Someone, over to you. You tell me, after being in this mode, what I am today, suppose I'm getting into this, I'm in this mode now. What weakness can overtake me? Tell me. Girish, Bliko, Yogini, Rekha, Rohit, all of you who came on the call. Come on. You are in this mode. You are the weakness is forgetfulness. The strength is remembrance. Dada gave two things. Dada said, what is our biggest weakness? Forgetfulness. What is our biggest strength? Remembrance. All the time. Prabhu, Prabhu. In our words, sip, 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 sip. Everywhere I see sip. Everywhere I see sip. Come on. Who is going to challenge me? Shunya. Yes, Shunya wants to say. Yes, Shunya.
सर हर जगह सिप देखना ऑफ कोर्स अच्छा है, लेकिन आपने पूछा कि इस सिचुएशन में भी क्या वीकनेस आ सकती है, तो एक चीज मुझे समझ में आ रही है कि हो सकता है कि हम इस सिचुएशन में अगर हमसे कोई भूल चूक हो गई है उसकी अकाउंटेबिलिटी या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना छोड़ दें और वो भी हम कर दें सिप ने किया। यहाँ पे हम अपने ऊपर काम करना छोड़ दें और जब बस बैठ जाएं जब करते हुए, ये हो सकता है। अगर हमारे अगर हमेशा कॉन्शियसनेस में रहना है, माइंड में नहीं जाना है, तो ये चेक रखना जरूरी है कि हम कॉन्शियसनेस में हैं। लेकिन अगर माइंड में स्लिप हो गए और हमें पता ही नहीं चला, ये सिप करते करते वो अकाउंटेबिलिटी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी चली जाएगी।
You are speaking from a non-yogic point of view. When you are in a non-yogic point of view, you are right. When you are in a yogic point of view, you did not make any mistake at all. You are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the ego. Not that you don't abdicate the responsibility to SIP. You don't relegate the responsibility to SIP. You don't dump it on SIP. But you realize, what do you realize? You realize, मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ तुम ही हो प्रभु, तुम बिन मैं क्या कुछ भी ना. You can't play double game. You can't play dual games with Prabhu. You can't tell when I am right, then I am right, and when I am wrong, you are wrong. No, that doesn't happen with a yogi. No, yogi. So Shunya, when you become a yogi, you attribute everything to Prabhu. You submit everything to Prabhu.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. लेकिन मान लीजिए किसी से कुछ होता है, हमने वो सब कुछ सरेंडर किया, उसके कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस भी सरेंडर किए सिप को भी, उस कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस के जो इफेक्ट्स होंगे वो बहुत सारे लोगों को जा सकते हैं। वो लोग जरूरी नहीं ना कि योगिक हों।
Okay, I think this discussion will not get over until you get to the point of view of being in the yogic point of view. It is just like somebody saying what you're saying. I'm closing this point. It's not an argument. I'm closing this point by telling you, somebody says, oh, how can I be free from all karma? What about all the bad deeds I've done for so many people? When you are free from all karma, you are free from all karma. What you have done to other people doesn't matter anymore. Because the realization comes, the liberation comes. That's what's called moksha. I have a question from Rajesh. Where can I get these bhajans? I think the bhajans are on the app, but otherwise, Rajesh, if you WhatsApp me, we will send you. I hope you have my WhatsApp number. Whichever bhajan you want, just ask us. We will send you. We are trying to find a way. There's a new YouTube channel called Jeevan Sangeet by AiR. JEEVAN, Jeevan Sangeet AiR. So, but capture my WhatsApp number and all your answers come with this one WhatsApp number, 98451555555. Easy to remember. Anything you want from me, books, bhajans, answers, anything, I will be able to give you if you WhatsApp me. And if 20 people try to call me, I can't pick a call because I'm traveling all over the world. But I can give it to you by WhatsApp. So, who else wants to overcome weakness? If you still have a weakness and you think, I can't overcome it, now is the time.
Just like love is God, remembrance itself is God. What you want, you already got it by remembering the God always. So no other wants can overlap that. If the love is so deep.
Yeah, so remembering God, loving God is all the same thing. Can you remember God all the time? Can you remember SIP all the time without loving SIP? Today, if I remember somebody, if I say, Mere chit mein aur khayal mein, tum bas tum hi ho, is it possible without love? What is causing somebody to be in my consciousness, to be in every thought? This is called Ishq Hakiki. This is called divine love. Ordinary people cannot even understand it. Ordinary people cannot even understand because they will think, oh, what are you seeking from it? What do you want from it? What is the motive behind it? Is there any motive to love God? Is there any motive for divine love? There is no motive.
There is a
Not
motive
even
to remain in connection mode always.
Correct. Not even seeking the divine, because you are the divine. Because you are the divine. You are the realization that you are the divine and letting go. You know, I find this world very funny. Vivek, we are coming to you next. I find this world very funny. People are chasing possessions, pleasures, people, knowing very well nothing is ours. Knowing, 100% knowing. Ambanis and Adanis of this world, they want more and more and more and more and more and more for what? Nothing is ours. Every intelligent man knows. He doesn't want to accept it. He doesn't want to face the reality of death. So today I've nearly finished 70% of my new book called Death. A subject like death, there is no simple book on death. I wrote some books 5 years back, but if I look at the books, I'm laughing now. It is so ordinary because it was written 5 years back, before I really became AiR in real sense. So now that book on death is so complete. If you understand death, that's all. Nothing else you need. If you just understand birth and death, you will only be in the hands of Prabhu. Because you will stop seeking useless things in this world. We are seeking, see, there's a lot of difference between enjoying the world and seeking useless things in the world. You should enjoy the world. I enjoy everything in the world. I enjoy everything that SIP gives me. But I am connected to SIP. This is what I want from you all. I want you all to be in a state of Ananda. I want you all to be in a state of Nirvana. But we are not. Every now and then we are unhappy. Every now and then we lose our consciousness. Where does the sorrow come from? Sorrow comes when we lose our consciousness. Sorrow comes when we disconnect from Prabhu. Sorrow comes from when the yogi becomes a bhogi. For a yogi, there is no sorrow. Whatever happens, the yogi doesn't have any sorrow. The yogi is in Ananda. Vivek, I'm happy at your questions. There seems to be a good effect of questions from all of you, but we still have 5 minutes more, and I'm still waiting for some more tough questions on this, because there are many things inside of you which are causing weaknesses. But sometimes if you don't ask, that will be inside you. What is the weakness, either in you or somebody you know, that you want to overcome? Vivek.
हाँ, जैसे ऐसा कई बार होता है, हमें पता है कि कुछ चीज गलत है, पर हम उसे खुद को करने से रोक नहीं पाते। उस मोमेंट में हमें होश तो रहता है कि हाँ, हम गलत कर रहे हैं, हमें नहीं करना चाहिए, पर फिर भी कुछ ऐसा होता है कि हम मतलब खुद को कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते और वैसा कर देते हैं।
हम खुद को कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते because we are giving over to the mind. You are not able to, when you are saying खुद को कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाते हैं, वो कौन है?
हम माइंड है, पर हमें पता भी रहता है क्या कहते हैं इसके परिणाम गलत हो सकते हैं, ये सही नहीं है, इतना ध्यान भी रहता है, पर फिर भी क्यों ऐसा क्यों होता है मेरे साथ?
Because you are slave of the mind. No, because you are slave of the mind. As long as you are slave of the mind, you will always suffer. You will always suffer. If we do not transcend the mind, we will always suffer.
Yes,
Man dushman.
जैसे इंटरेस्ट की बात है, जैसे आप बताते हैं क्या कहते हैं कि मतलब संसार हमारा क्या है, जैसे कि हम अपने साथ देते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। तो ये सब चीजें मेरे को पता है बहुत अच्छे से कि सब हम टेम्परेरी चीजें हैं जो ये सब फेस कर रहे हैं, अचीव करना चाह रहे हैं। इसमें तो मन लगता नहीं, और जहाँ लगना चाहिए स्पिरिचुअलिटी की तरफ, वहाँ भी बहुत लेजीनेस के साथ भी होता है। तो
Because Vivek,
मैं चाहता तो हूँ कि मैं कि अच्छा प्रोग्रेस करूं,
because आपको स्पिरिचुअलिटी में रुचि नहीं आई है ना, वो रुचि आनी चाहिए, वो आपको एक टेस्ट आनी चाहिए। वो अगर वो रुचि अगर आपको स्पिरिचुअलिटी में, because you have not experienced the taste of spirituality. Spirituality is a very beautiful subject. Spirituality, see, एक बार समझो, 99% of this world doesn't understand this. ये समझ के आगे चलो। If you want to follow the herd, please follow the herd. You will live and die like the majority of people. Very few people are blessed. Very few people are blessed. And many of them are on this call. And the people who are on this call, they don't want to leave. छोड़ू ना मैं उसका हाथ, वो है मेरे भोलेनाथ. भोलेनाथ जो मेरे साथ, भोलेनाथ साथ तो चिंता क्या, भोलेनाथ साथ तो डरना क्या. So when you build faith in your personal God, then you love God, you seek God, you go in search for God, you realize God, and God is inside. God is everywhere. Kan kan mein Bhagwan. And this is the truth. It is the truth, the pure truth, and nothing but the truth. फिर भी हम इसे नहीं अपना सकते हैं. Then also we struggle. So the challenge is to continue the effort. And the way to achieve this is catch hold of the divine. Let sip be on your lip. You will not slip. You will have a grip. But let sip be on your lip. Atmatre.
Thank you.
Sure, Honorable.
Sure.
Sir, we know someone and then we can love. But to know the God, what is the profile of God?
I'll tell you the profile of God. Where are you sitting now?
In my house.
What bulb is there? White bulb, yellow bulb, what is there?
Tube light.
You remove the tube light and put your finger inside that wire. Then I will tell you what is the profile of God. Can you put?
No.
Why you cannot put? You will feel the profile of God.
There is current.
God is current. God is divine current. This is only house current. God is soulful current. Can you see the electricity? You can see the bulb. The bulb is giving light. Correct?
Correct. Yes.
If you switch off the bulb, what will happen?
Light will off.
Why? Bulb is there? No. Why light should go off? What, Atmatray? By switching off the bulb, light will not go off. You are chuma telling, simply you are telling like that. Switch off the bulb, light will still come.
No.
No. Why it will not come? Tell why light will not come?
Lack of current.
What happens when death happens?
Soul departs.
Soul departs. What is the profile of soul? Tell me. What is the profile?
Aged. He hasn't shaped. He has not shaped. He has not aged.
प्रभु पास है, कण कण में है, प्रभु है शक्ति, सर्व शक्ति वो है, प्रभु है अनंत, अनादि वो है, प्रभु है अमर, सर्व शक्ति वो है पास, दूर नहीं, कण कण में वो है वो शक्ति. Prabhu is a Shakti, Atmatray.
Yes.
Prabhu has no profile. Prabhu's profile, Prabhu is everywhere. Prabhu is kan kan mein Bhagwan. Prabhu is, I told you how many times? गिरीश में प्रभु है, सुदीप भी वही है, ब्रिजिट प्रभु है, योगिनी भी वही है, आत्मात्रय प्रभु है, एरू भी वही है, सब कुछ वही है, सब कुछ वही है, फूल में प्रभु है, फल में भी वही है, बादल प्रभु है, बारिश भी वही है, पहाड़ भी प्रभु है, आसमां भी वही है, धरती वही है, सब कुछ वही है. What, Atmatray? If you remember the song, then you will not ask for profile of God.
Okay. Very nice.
Prabhu is not Krishna or Ganesh or Shiva or Parvati or Lakshmi or Jesus. Prabhu is SIP. Prabhu pass hai. God is not God. God is SIP. Swati, I feel being ignorant of ignorance is the biggest wickedness. How can one overcome the wickedness? How can we someone help this kind of person? When people are ignorant of ignorance, this is their karma. And through twin karma, we can choose it. Let me tell you one thing. There are many people who come to this call and they know this call has got the Amrit of Gyan, Atma Gyan. But they go away from this call. But there are many people who don't go away from this call. They come every day. Every day they come. There are people like Raju who doesn't speak, but he's in the call every day. That Amma, like Parvati Amma, she will not miss this call. I see the lot of people in this call who come every day without fail. Lakshmi Thadani, Mrs. Mirchandani, there are so many people who are coming on the call every single day. Because the divine is giving us the blessings in this call. My dear friends, remember the weakness. Our biggest weakness is we forget the divine. We forget SIP. And if you forget SIP, you will slip. If you forget SIP, you will slip. With folded hands, I bow down to you.